Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We start with Sergio Busquets, as it has been reported that Barcelona legend Busquets have been approached by MLS clubs over 2023 move. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Samuel Umtiti, it has been reported that Barca are frustrated with the 28-year-old defender over Bosch League 1 move. We are also going to be looking at that. Before we discuss those stories, I want to encourage you guys to please join the very best and most trustworthy betting site on the planet, 1xBet, where you are offered up to 200% bonus when you make your initial deposit. Stand a chance to be one of those lucky winners in an everyday outstanding jackpots that are waiting to be won. All you need to do is just complete a small daily task, for example, a small bet on a specified soccer match, and you will definitely have a chance at winning huge cash prizes. Down below on the description box, you can find the link there, and please register so that you don't miss this opportunity. Sergio Busquets has enjoyed a glorious career at Barcelona. The 33-year-old veteran has grown from within the La Masia ranks to become an absolute legend for the game, achieving great success along the way. However, his time in the Camp Nou could come to an end next year. Busquets has entered the final 12 months of his contract with the club, and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano is reporting that the Barcelona skipper has been approached by clubs in the Major League Soccer, that is the MLS, over a possible move to the United States in 2023. Since making his first team debut as a 20-year-old under Pep Guardiola in 2008, Busquets has amassed 676 appearances for Barca, contributing 18 goals and 40 assists in the process. The midfielder has won 8 La Liga titles and 3 UEFA Champions League trophies, along with several other major honors. Despite turning 33, Busquets continued to essay a key role in the middle of the park for Barcelona. The Spaniard looked particularly top-notch last season after Xavi Hernandez took over the reins at the club. There is no doubt that the 2010 FIFA World Cup winner will have a critical part to play in the upcoming campaign for Barca. However, beyond that, there is no clarity as to what the future might hold for Busquets. As reported by Romano, the Barcelona legend has been approached by clubs in the MLS over a possible Bosman move next year. It is further stated that there have been no contract talks between him and Barcelona at the moment. The Blaugrana, for their part, are planning for the future without Sergio Busquets, having identified several options to replace him, including Wolves and Portugal ace Ruben Neves. Manager Xavi is also planning to try La Masia product Nico Gonzalez in Busquets' position in the pre-season to see how the player fares. Of course, this is not the first time we have been talking about a possible move to MLS by Sergio Busquets, whose contract is ending next year. And with it being that there is no talk about any possible extension between him and Barcelona, it is highly likely that Busquets will be playing his last season at the Camp Nou, and there have been a lot of talk about the MLS interested in him, because judging from the look of things, that is his their destination after leaving Barcelona. Very highly likely that he will go to the USA. And of course, Fabrizio Romano making it clear that clubs from the MLS, not just one, but several clubs from the MLS, have approached Busquets over a possible move. And one could suggest that Inter Miami might be among those clubs, given as though Messi, Ronaldo, and some other top stars have been rumored to be linked with Inter Miami after retiring from European football. Busquets as well has always eyed the possibility of reuniting with Lionel Messi, playing for Inter Miami in the United States of America. So let's see if it actually happens that Busquets leaves. But if he leaves, of course, it will be for the MLS. Busquets has done a lot for this club. He's a legend, one of the best DMs the football world have ever seen. So being the veteran that he is, it is expected that at some point Busquets will depart Barcelona, and that will highly be next year, which his contract expires next year. So it's very much a doubt if Barcelona will indeed extend Busquets' contract. But of course, if they do so, I think most Barca fans will not be that happy, given the fact that Some people are already tired of the veterans, and many see them like their time is already up. Given the fact that Barca needs some fresh blood, we need new faces, we are in a transition, and it's time for them to start leaving one by one. So let's see how Busquets' future will look like in the coming years, or maybe next year when he will leave as a free agent. Of course, his departure will give room for some players like Nico Gonzalez, hopefully to play his DM role that he's meant to play. If Frankie de Jong is still available, one might fancy Frankie de Jong to finally take over the throne when it comes to DM, but it's a very much doubt if Frankie de Jong indeed will stay. So let's see how it goes. Obasa will look for his replacement when he leaves next season. I'm talking about Busquets. If they will actually go for Ruben Neves, because I've been talking about Ruben Neves as he has been strongly linked with Barca when it comes to the DM role. Let's see if next year Barca will still be interested in case Busquets leaves. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Samuel Umtiti was one of the players who was tipped to leave Camp Nou in favor of a return to Ligue 1. The defender was closely linked with a move to Rennes, with coach Bruno Genesio reportedly keen on a reunion. Barcelona were even in advanced negotiations with Rennes over the sale of Umtiti. Barcelona had taken the transfer for granted up until the last minute, when Rennes backed out of that deal, citing concerns over the defender's fitness. The deal is now off, finally off, which has left Barcelona extremely disappointed and frustrated with the overall situation, according to reports from Diario Sport. The Spanish news outlet suggests Rennes were not too certain of Umtiti's physical levels, while the opportunity to sign Benfica's Marcao was too good to pass on. All of this contributed to their decision to abandon the pursuit of Umtiti, even though Genesio continued to push for his signing. With a move to Rennes ruled out, Barcelona are now left to find a new suitor for the Frenchman Umtiti, who has been nothing short of a liability at the Camp Nou over the past 3 years. Indeed, Umtiti has seen his career at Barca being marred by injuries and has offered very little to the table, to be honest. His lucrative contract meant that the club have been also trying to offload him for 3 straight summers, but to no avail. In an attempt to facilitate Umtiti's move to Rennes, Barcelona were willing to offer the centre-back a letter of freedom. It had paved the way for the Ligue 1 outfit to afford Umtiti's wages, although it appears the club must now find avenues to secure the exit of Samuel Umtiti. Umtiti ideally should not have much difficulty finding a suitor, but his lucrative wages and questionable health record could continue to prove to be an obstacle for interested parties. It's been really disappointing to see how Barca have been struggling to make sure that Umtiti find a new suitor, something that Barca is desperate to do because we need to get rid of some of these unwanted players. But to no avail, Umtiti's own have been so tough, because there was a lot of expectations, there was high expectations that Umtiti will go to France, and just came as a shocker when Stade Rennais just said no, they are not interested in him. They are skeptical about his fitness record and many other things. Wages were not even the problem because Barca handed him a letter of freedom, according to what reports were saying. But now, disappointingly, Barcelona lost Rennes when it comes to a suitor for Umtiti. So Barca would keep on searching, looking for another suitor, who can get rid of Umtiti from Barcelona. It has been a very big problem finding a suitor for Umtiti, not just this summer but other summers. It's been a problem because the players' fitness issues have always been an issue when it comes to clubs trying to sign him. And let's hope that Barca can look for a club that will successfully get rid of Umtiti from the Barca wage book. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.